There is no more picturesque stadium in all of sports than the Rose Bowl. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the UCLA Bruins. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. He has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication in the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Bruins headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He's got him along the sidelines. Beautiful footwork for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Pocket breaking down. The ball is out behind the line. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. In the gun, third down, Reed. Finds a man on the left. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Reed. Got it in the middle. It's Owens. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Finding some room. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Trying to get some tips.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. To the air, it's Reed. Lets it fly deep
Oh.
downfield. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle on.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
He's definitely going to want that one back. Man, they put a nice drive to get that. That's the opening drive you want. Start driving the football down the field, having success, and then you just get just a little bit aggressive, a little bit greedy, making the throw, forcing it into coverage, and throwing the interception.
Throwing, Imaliava finds the tight end.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. On the draw, it's Knight. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. These corners going to give them some space. 3rd down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Bruins will call on their punt team. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Throwing Reed. That's caught. It's Owens. Smacks him with the stiff arm. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The run inside. It's Owens. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the 2nd level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Here's Reed to throw. Pulls it in. It's Bussey.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Caught. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in. Touchdown, Aggies. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jordan. Really disciplined job by the coverage.
It's close.
To get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Running inside, it's Knight. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggled. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They got to be better up front, whether they want to run it, whether they want to throw it. It's got to start with the offensive line.
Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Bruins send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Using his legs, it's Morrow. Picks up the 1st down. Breaks into the open. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Play action with Reed. Bought a little time, lets it go. Zings it complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, nice patience that time. It takes the big fella a little while to work all the way across the field on that crossing route, so the pass protection has got to be great, and the quarterback just has to feel comfortable holding on to it long enough to let the tight end clear everybody. But once he did, he's able to make the catch, and it's a nice game for the offense.
Going to the run, it's Edwards. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll move the tight end. Just feeds the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Keeps it on first down. There he goes. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end now in motion. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Oh, it's picked off. Looking for more room. The 20. Touchdown, Texas A&M. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
You simply cannot do better as a defense. They have shut them out. A goose egg on the scoreboard. You get a pick six right there to extend your lead right now. This defense is playing with their hair on fire. The offense has no answers. And if I'm this defense, I keep the pressure up. I'm keeping my starters in the game, and I'm just pouring it on.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. At 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. On the draw, it's Knight. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Aggies. A pick six.
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, and a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen.
He's not
Pick six. Doesn't get much worse than that.
decreased.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Iamaleava. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Aggies! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And nice vision by the linebacker, understanding and diagnosing pass right away. Getting his eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, making the huge interception, and then taking it back to the high school days, man. In his glory days at the running back spot, running all the way to the house and scoring the touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Jordan. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to...
Oh, he's got some space. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Throwing, Iamaleava. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Fires to the wideout. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, you know, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense, seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball on the ground.
Third down in the gun, Iamaleava. It's complete on the right side. Lots of room to run. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond. second to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
I think that's a throw the quarterback's just got to take a little bit off it to make it easy on his intended target. He just threw that out far a little too much, and too much mustard as well.
Iamaleava from the gun on third down. It's complete to the right. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Hands it off on the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Fires it down the seam. He's got it on the outside. Open spaces. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Aggies.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Makes a move. Got a little room. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Iamaleava. Under fire. He's going to take off. Got a first down. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
The give on the counter. Breaks into the open. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He'll run it again. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Pulls it on the option. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Reed. Throws to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Morrill. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He's got great speed. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Throwing, Iamaleava. He's got him. Third and short now from their own 48. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Saying in the gun on 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. Fighting off the defender. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Down to the 26
to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
And man, oh man, I just don't understand what we're trying to do offensively. Like, last possession was your 4th pick, and coming out, throwing again. They've got to find some way to settle this dude down or settle his behind on the bench and find somebody else that can make some plays.
So now it's 2nd and long. On the move. Got enough for the first. Touchdown, Bruins! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He'll bring it out. It's Bussy. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Reed. Makes him talk to the hand. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Aggies come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the 2nd straight play. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. Wants to return it. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The run inside. It's Knight. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. The Bruins headed quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Play fake, Iamaleava. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
3rd down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing Reed. They'll run the screen. Jukes his way for more. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. He'll take it himself. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this game.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And offensively, that is not ideal. That is not what you want. But you know what? Now you got a little bit more space. It's harder the closer you get in tight to the end zone. So now you got a little bit more space. Maybe you can make those throws out on the outside, spread them out a little bit, and throw the football.
Absolutely center cut. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava almost had the completion, just missed it.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time, to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Using his legs, it's Morrow. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Here's a little room there. The 40, the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
66, UCLA, 14.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Got a man. It's Matthews. On the move at the 30. Caught, and he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
Running inside. It's Knight. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
There he goes. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bruins. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6.
UCLA 21.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussy. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big...
Could be an alley. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. It's a reverse. Runs through a tackle. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that.
Turning it on. Drills him with the stiff arm. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The run inside. It's Morrow. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
On the ground, it's Edwards. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Nice sack by the defense. Great job getting to him, getting him on the ground. That's the 4th sack of the day. This defense has had some bright moments. They've also given up some big plays. Keep rushing the quarterback, but keep that coverage intact in the back end.
Punt is on its way. Let's see what he can do with it. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Iamaleava. nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
Running inside, it's Knight. Brought down at the 20, it's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. Good timing on the quick out. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, after allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that 3rd down here on the 3rd play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off, but that was a big one, no question.
And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Throwing, Iamaleava. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
You're not going to fool this guy on the running back screen. They're trying to invite him up the field, rushing the passer, but he saw it too soon. He was able to stop in his tracks, locate the running back.
And he throws another interception. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for room, it's Edwards. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the delay, it's Morrow. Maybe some room here. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jordan. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Quarterback gets past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense has taken some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee.